Everything that comes back to life. And I go from glory to glory. Your name, your name, breathe, Lord. Just breathe your name upon me, breathe. For there's a spirit in man, and the breath of the Almighty. Just breathe your name upon me, breathe. Just where I was, in the place of death.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. We're so glad to have you. Thank you for making out the time. Hope you had a great week. We're here this evening to talk about something that touches all of us. But before we start, please take a deep breath. If you're in somewhere cold, get a warm cup of something. If you're in somewhere that is warm, get something cool and be just be comfortable as we go into the conversation today. My name is Ladi Stephen. I am the co-convener on the Breathe platform. The Breathe platform is where we talk all things marriage, mental health, and of course, His Majesty. And in this month, we're starting a series on healing what is hidden, because we know that what is hidden can hurt more than what is seen, and many people are going around with those pains, those wounds that are hidden, and not finding healing. And that's why we are having some of these conversations, that it's okay to talk about it. It's okay to reach out for help, and nothing is wrong with you. Your pain is valid, but coming to find help, you must give yourself the permission to find help. Thank you so much for joining. Please put in the chat for those who are joining us on Zoom. Put in the chat where you're joining us from. For those on YouTube, thank you for joining us as well. Put in the chat. Let's know, where we are connecting with each other from. Thank you, Valencia from South Africa. Thank you for joining. From Nigeria, thank you for joining. From Port Harcourt in Nigeria, thank you for joining. From Luanda in Angola, thank you. Thank you for joining from Angola. So we'll bring up and introduce our guests shortly. If you can also put in the chat what you expect from today's call, what is your expectation from today's call? So we can measure at the end of the day if we, yes, thank you. Abuja, Nigeria, thank you. Thank you for joining. Nigeria, thank you. We're trying to bring up our guests. Sorry, we're trying to go past technical glitch. Yeah. Thank you for joining. Those who are joining us now, please put in the chat where you're joining us from.
No, I'm trying to get. It's very comfortable, it's quiet.
We're very excited with our guest for tonight. Our guest for this evening is Dr. Zubairu Atta. Dr. Zubairu Atta is a gender and strategic communications specialist. He's an advocate for gender issues, and he has served as a facilitator across multiple international platforms. And he comes to us today with not just his technical expertise, but his own lived experience. You know, one of the challenges that we have seen over time when we started this, you know, campaign and advocacy to bring mental health conversations to the fore, one of the biggest challenges that we faced was finding people who were willing to share their lived experience. There were many people who were willing to talk to us by the side, but there were not many people who were willing to come out and share their experience. But you know, the beauty of sharing experience is that someone else can find healing. Someone else can understand that it is okay, I'm okay, you know, and I can reach out for healing. I can talk to somebody. It is okay for me to seek help. It is okay for me to talk about what I went through so that I can find help, so that if there is help around me, there's someone who can point me to it. And it was even worse, you know, was even harder to find men who would agree to have this kind of conversations. But we were very excited when Dr. Zubairu, you know, stepped up to share his experience and his expertise with us on this series to help many to find healing. I don't know if Dr. Zubairu is already on the call and we can bring him up. Yes, admin, please, can you also spotlight Dr. Zubairu so he's up together with me? I see you, but I think you're mute. Okay.
Yeah, I love you. Yeah, excited, but
Yes, that you eventually came up. Good evening. Yes, it's also evening where you are. Good evening,
yes,
sir.
boss. How are we doing? Life is supposed to be laughed at. It helps you to heal. It helps you to express yourself and all that. So don't mind me. I'm a bushman and I'm going to be very raw. I'm going to be very unencumbered. I'm going to be naked, even though I'm wearing a t-shirt, but I'm going to be very naked. Hello, everybody. Hello, the world.
Please drop an emoji or something for Dr. Zubairu. Dr. Zubairu is just running in. I saw he were coming in from the golf course.
See my t-shirt now.
So you see now, he's exercising, living the life.
Stress relief.
Stress relief, yes.
Yes.
But your sound needs to go up slightly more. We can't hear you very well. Yes. Okay, so we hope Dr. Zweri's sound is up now. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us today. Because we want to try and stay as much as possible within the time, I'll just jump in straight to ask you to please tell us about yourself and the work that you do.
That's a big one. Hello everybody, hello the world. The work that I do is just to survive, and for the sake of just being very simple, I don't want to use titles. The only title I will get is the title that my father gave me or my mother. Any other thing is not important. Those are just achievements, but the real title is, am I a human being? Am I a male man or am I a female man? So those are the core issues, and so that's who I am. I've gone through a lot of experiences and all that, and I'm not ashamed to be naked. I'm wearing a t-shirt for obvious etiquette issues, but I'm going to be very, very, very naked with you. I'm going to be open, because it's not about what we are doing now, is because I'm going through a healing process as well. I'll give you an example. One of the reasons I came in late now was I did not know that I had innate anger. I had an altercation with a retired, very serious retired Air Vice Marshal, my very good friend, really very good friend and close friend. I won't name names. And he said something that triggered off something deep in me that I never knew would come. That's the whole essence of life.
Yeah.
So the whole world, I'm going to be very naked to you, and I'm happy to be here. Not particularly because of me, but because maybe from my experiences and all that, it might help somebody to be able to speak out. Core issue, key issue is, if you give somebody your voice, the person will speak for you. But if you say your own, the person will hear you and maybe listen. Thank you, boss.
Thank you so much, Doctor. I was just
Don't
saying
do doctor, just call me Jide, please.
it's very, I could just move to Ogasveri. Which one do you prefer, Doctor or Ogasveri?
That one is okay, boss. Thank you.
So before you came on the call, I was, appreciating you for agreeing to do this, because that's one of the challenges that we face, like having people seeing this as, this can also be a normal conversation. So I want to ask you, what made you say yes to this conversation on childhood abuse?
Well, the case study I just mentioned now is one of them. I didn't know this, that it came out. And the issue that happened with the AVM was an issue of bullying. But I think he's my friend, he's my senior brother, he's my, but what if you saw the way I spark, No, you're just coming out, you're just coming out, you're just coming out. I did not know that deep down, things had been buried in. I'm way over 60. But if that can happen to me with all my academic achievements and what I've done, and I'm still trying to fix myself, people wake up now. You don't know, things are very deep down. You don't know. What about those people? It's about you. Don't carry luggage that is not your own. Somebody counseled me, that's one of the reasons I was late. Somebody counseled me, and I'm still learning. So what motivated me about this was, you see, when I was about 6 or 7 years old, I was raped as a man by a male man, our cook. He raped me. What did I know as a little boy?
20 years of work, that is.
What did I know?
You mentioned that this is your first crackdown. You see, that from this regime, it is not very much their favor.
There's someone, please help us to mute yourself. Please, sorry.
Them fantastic work. And we were looking through the report. And the militarization of the streets, speak to that. We've never seen this level of militarization in the capital environment.
Yeah. I'm not ashamed to cry. I cry before the world. You raped me. Please don't turn off this video. He raped me. 6 years old. 6 years old. I was 6. And he threatened to kill me. What did I know? I'm a little boy. Can you imagine how many girls and little children have gone through this? I'm over 60. I'm still suffering from it. So I'm not ashamed to talk about it. As a man, I'm not ashamed to cry. If I don't cry, I will kill myself. I will die. So I'm not ashamed to do that. It doesn't take me, it doesn't make me less of a man. But anytime I remember this, it heals me. After maybe over 20, 25 years, I met the same man. The first impression I had was I wanted to kill him. You know, God has his ways. God has his ways. So I packed. And I called him. I said, see, this is what you did to me. He didn't even recognize me. He didn't know me. So I told him, I said, I called his name. I said, hey, look, you did this to me so, and so many years ago.
Doctor, do you want us to stop?
No. Continue.
No, you don't have to go into the details, right?
Yeah. But you know, if men and young boys and young girls cannot talk about it, they die. It kills people because you do not know. I told you about the AVM now. The issue that came up now, I did not know that it's very many things, but it was an aggravated pain and everything that I had buried. So when I said, why are you behaving like this? I said, So a few people then, they were telling, I said, no, now I understand what is going on. It's my period of release and relief. Anyway, next question. I don't know, but I'm not afraid to be naked before anybody, and I don't apologize to be naked, but if somebody feels bad, my own aim is let people speak out. You remember I said, if you let somebody have your voice,
he's taking everything from you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for bringing me on here. I'm happy about this because I know it will help a lot of people.
Yes.
I'm in the process of healing, so I'm good to go.
Thank you so much, Doctor. And you know, like I told you, our intention is not to get you to be triggered or activated. If at any point that you feel...
No. Continue. You help somebody. Forget about me. I'm not important. It's the issues around it, right?
Yes, we will not forget about you. But like you said, the tears are part of the healing, you know.
Catharsis,
Yes, and one of the reasons we do this, we understand that these conversations, they are not therapy, but they also have therapeutic effect, both on those of us who are listening to you and you who is sharing your experience with us. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for doing this. We really appreciate your honesty, your openness. And like you said, if you let someone take your voice, then what else do you have? It's finished, you know. So please, if you're in the audience, you're joining us on Zoom or you're on YouTube, listening to us, and those who will watch this later, do not let anyone take your voice. And like Dr. Zubeiru said, it's because he's experienced some level of healing that he's here talking to us, you know. Even though tonight he didn't plan, he's a very, very happy. You guys saw how he jumped into the studio. He's such an exciting person to be with, you know, and to relate with. So just talking about this again, he's talked about, I've witnessed him talk about this, and he was, you know, cool about it, and just talking about it today again, the memories came back to him. So thank you, sir. We really appreciate you. You know, like you said, when we talk about, please, if you're in the audience, you want to start putting your questions, put your questions on the Zoom we prefer. And if you also see our team will put up the Slido in the course of the call. Please send your questions in, and we will. You know, when you talked about being 6 years old and having this experience, you know, one of the questions we already received has to do with culture, why people don't talk about it. If you could cast your mind back, why do you think that so many of these cases don't get talked about? Why are the children not able to talk about it? Why does it get hidden in families and in communities?
It's an environmental issue. The generation in which I grew up had specific norms and rules of engagement, and you know, every generation has their rules of engagement and all that. As at that time, nobody taught me. My father died before I was born, so nobody taught me. I grew up with my mother and my siblings, so nobody ever taught me what to do, how to be Jide or Zubairu. Nobody did. I grew up going on the streets and seeing what they do. And what I grew up to learn was men don't cry. I dey cry now. I no one died because of no crying. I cry now. Does it take anything from me? Does it make me less of a human being? No. But you see, as at that time, men don't cry. You have to be a man. But what we do not know is culture tells you, and even our mothers and elders tell you, oh, men don't cry, but girls cry. So when they tell you run like a girl, as a male, no. As a girl, run like yourself. If this is how you run, no problem, because the issue is objective from A to B, run from A to B. As a boy, run like Jide or Zubairu. Run like Zubairu now. But you see, again, the same issue is you tell a girl, maybe Sidifa or Habila or whatever, run like Jide. Are you understand what I'm saying? So these issues, they are learned. They are learned. So how do you be yourself? The generations, I'm talking from my generation, I have children and, you know, and all that. And I have so many people, multi-generational, who are dependent on me, not particularly dependent on me, but whom I support and help to, you know. I tell them, the first thing you do is you're a human being. And the human being has senses, sense of sight, sense of feel, sense of touch, sense of whatever it is, and emotion and compassion. The air a man breathes and the air a woman breathes, did God who created us say this is man air or woman air? It's the same thing. The God who said, okay, as the basic needs of human beings, I will eat after breathing in because I need the oxygen to fix me, you know, keep my blood oxygenated, my circulatory system. When I eat, the food I eat, the eba I'm eating, is it man eba, woman eba?
No.
The rice I'm eating, is it man rice or woman rice? Once it enters my mouth, it goes through the system, male or female system, it does not matter. The functionality is what is key. The functionality is what is key. So if we begin to look at things like that, so if you ask me this question, I did not know, but now I know. You need to begin to see that tears are not made because of weakness or strength. Tears are made, one, first of all, to lubricate your eyes, and two, to ensure that you have a pressure relief valve for those who are doing fitness. A pressure relief valve, because when you are under stress, you sweat. When you are pressed, you urinate. When you are pressed, you eat something, it goes through your mouth. You pass out something through the back. But these are issues. Even when you are breathing in, some of the fluid comes out of you through your breath. Your breath is moist. When you are speaking, as I'm speaking now, I'm spraying. If you measure it scientifically, that's what it is. Male or female, it does not matter. Once we begin to look at ourselves and see ourselves like that, then we begin to see that as parents or guardians or whatever it is, each and every individual is created uniquely, and it has to be in synergy. It's not a case of weakness. It's a case of function.
Yeah.
That's why now, in my time, you see a man inside kitchen, oh man, he go hard though. Unless maybe he's working as a cook in a kitchen in a restaurant. But in the house, his mother will tell him, oh boy, go and sit down somewhere. What are you doing in the kitchen? It's girls that I should be doing the cooking. The girls are learning skills, so the boy does not learn jack. The same thing. Okay, go and meet your father. Your father even grew up in the same system. So what is he imparting to you? Meanwhile, when you look at issues, most females are attracted to their fathers. That's why, see me now, I wish I had a daughter. My daughter would love me much more than even her mother. They'll be competing. A male man, there is no man that will not die for his mother, whether she's a witch or not. You understand? There's no man that will not, either your sister, your mother, your girlfriend, your wife, or your daughter. As men, we're conditioned to say, everybody find a way. Forgetting that the male is human, has emotions, has feelings, and has needs. So why do you condition? That's why I go back to issues. You are conditioning the young poor boy into suffering. Some survive. Some survive. But how many are not surviving? More so now in the situation we're in. I have counseled so many young men on the verge of suicide. I have seen and carried, I can't count, young men who do not understand or know how to survive in life because of what society has conditioned them to be. I am one of them. I'm a survivor. I am a survivor.
Yeah, you are a survivor. Yes.
I have children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are a survivor. I totally agree. Male tears are not weakness, and it's community conditioning that, makes us weakness to seek for help or to hide when we shouldn't be hiding. Admin, I liked when Dr. Zubero was highlighted, but it's funny. So in the course of you seeking healing, what helped you to heal the most? Like, what did you do, or at what point did you start knowing that now I need to start finding healing? And how did you go about that? What helped you to start healing?
Based on my age and my experiential going on, I never did. I stumbled on it. I have an elder brother. He's a very private person. He's a good man, extremely good man. Right from when I was a little boy, he has always looked out for me. I'll tell you. After that, my experience, 6 years old, I was 8, my 8th birthday. My late mom, bless her soul, celebrated birthday for me. And I go chop. The first time birthday cake. It felt so good. When I chopped that cake, and now maybe 2-3 hours after, I was feeling an itch, and I went to the bathroom. This is live and uncensored, and I don't care because the heat process. I went to the bathroom, nothing come out, but I was feeling something dangling. My goodness. In between my legs. If you saw the pink, one more, pink. Hey, if you see the I run, I was shouting. My sisters never came near me. They see that my brother. He came to me, held me, pulled it out, and told me it's normal. I didn't know. 2 years later, you know what made me run away? they see her now every day. They put salt in, you go die. You know what
And now
they
it's
do?
coming out of your body.
It was like a 6-year-old experience.
Hmm.
Do you understand what I'm saying? There was a linkage. My 6-year-old experience. But the guy violated through the back. And be very raw, very uncensored. Can you imagine that one? Okay, that's one. The second one now, when that, it happened, I didn't know. I gave you the instance of when I saw this man almost 30 or 40 years later. My first impression, I came from Abuja, I was going to Jos. My first impression, that's what made you and I know ourselves. My first impression was, I just suddenly saw the guy. Do you know what happened to me? Trigger. I wanted to run the guy down and kill him. You see, go there. Yeah, why should you kill him? You've survived 30-something years. Because when I confronted him, he didn't even remember. I looked at him, hey, this is what you did to me, this is what you did to me, this is what you did to me, this is what you did to me. The first thing I wanted to do was run into that bridge and kill him. And I would have done hit and run. Because the bridge had carried us. Not push you style. But I forgive you. But in that process, I thought I was being hip. After I left him and went, in that process, if you know how I felt, as if I had been degravitized. That night I was floating. That means the forgiveness was not for him. I had to forgive myself.
Yeah.
It happened again. I told you earlier this evening with this Air Vice Marshal.
Yes.
I didn't know. It was not the fault of the Air Vice Marshal. But it's a process. Speaking is a process.
Process. Yeah.
The process is your heart's position. Don't carry somebody's luggage. Don't let somebody take your voice. Because your voice is all you have. If you continue somebody's voice, you will die. Not knowing who you are. You have freedom. God created you to be free.
This is so powerful. The forgiveness was not for the person. It was for you. It was for you. And we already have a question that someone sent in on forgiveness. And the person is saying that after the experience, this person is also a survivor, you know. Yeah, somebody is saying in the chat, you are very courageous. It's like really,
I'm not ashamed.
you are very courageous. Well done. Heading for complete healing. Once there is life, there always, yes, all will be well. Yeah. So the question that we received on forgiveness is the person said, can I truly forgive? Is forgiveness possible for me? So like for you, from your experience, to answer this question, what helped you to forgive? This person is saying, can I truly forgive this person that did this thing to me as a child? Now, how is it possible?
Forgiveness is a process. And if I can sense where that person is, because the person will say, keep quiet, family issues, don't disgrace the family. You go on as a man, they are saying so. Are you not ashamed of yourself? My friend, that's man. I'm talking from a male point of view. I'm the foremost authority on issues of male sexuality and gender.
Yes, you are.
And well, in Nigeria, nobody can tell me different. I'm boasting and I'm marketing myself.
You didn't know marketing. You're already so
You know what
famous
I'm saying? Okay, so
for the work that you do.
if it is a female, it's more difficult for the female. You know why it's more difficult for the female? Hey, I've worked on the issue globally with several NGOs, Advocates and Frontieres and Borders, on issues of this called the menstrual, looking at the legal issues, where I rape a girl, if she goes to the police station, the policeman looks at you. Before he reaches police station, he handle. The mother will say, keep quiet, don't disgrace you. Why is the mother saying so? She's not wrong, but she's thinking about the future of the girl. If I want to marry a girl that has been raped, my family will tell me, or the community say, that girl they don't enter. which they don't rape.
Mm.
Well, you want to understand, is it the
Mm.
fault of the girl that is raped?
Mm.
Right? Okay,
Mm.
if it's the fault of the girl, what about me that was raped? When I was going to marry and they told my wife, your husband was raped, his backside is going to be leaking.
Mm.
I understand what I'm saying. Let us
Mm.
look at it the other way.
Realistically, yeah.
Let's be realistic. So what are we talking about? So in this issue now, what would trigger me to be able to speak? The policeman at the station will say, how you dress? Now, so you dress when he rape you. Who did there?
They start blaming the victim, yeah.
Forgetting that whether the person is educated or enlightened or not, she has been violated. She has personal vows and all that. Of course, the same conditioning by system.
Mm.
Keep yourself for your husband. Blah, 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 blah. Say family issue. Who help?
Mm.
Family issue help.
Yes, yeah.
Because let us look at it. We are bedeviled by what is called ICT. Most people think is information communication technology.
That's what we would think now, but
Yes,
we know
yes,
you are
yes.
going to tell us something different.
Ignorance, culture, and tradition.
This is the new one, the new ICT. We have plenty.
I scattered your mind there.
Yes.
I'm a boka, I'm a dibia. You know what I'm saying? Ignorance. Why is it ignorance? Because it starts from you wake up in the morning. What's your ritual? I wake up. Some people bath from the head, some from the legs, some from the hands. That's you in your innermost sanctity, sanctorium, that innermost place. Some people, so by the time you do that every day, it works for you. Every day works for you. Some people like to wash their head last because also entering the eye. So I start from my head. Okay, that becomes, if I do it today, tomorrow, next tomorrow, up to 1 month, that means it's my ritual. Right? And then as that ritual is conditioned because whoever they bath me when I'm small, that's so instant. So it's something, okay, then so then they do one. So then they do and keep that one. Now so we they do one, that's tradition.
That's
so
that's how it has always been.
So I do it becomes a family tradition.
Yeah.
The family meets with other people, even utterances in all gamut, and says, now so that family they do. That family commutes with other people, say, that tribe, now then tradition. Yes, so by the time you do tradition, you go the whole community. When another community looks at it, now so then they do another culture. That's why you see somebody say, Nyamari or Kefiri, or you say Ajegoro. That's how we condition ourselves into issues based on characteristics and mannerisms of individuals, which escalates and goes into other things. So that becomes the tradition. And then if it's a big community, it becomes a culture.
It becomes a culture.
So then and that culture will be given a name. But where's the ignorance? The ignorance comes in from the fact that as a man, you can't cry. As a man, you cannot express yourself where you are. Those issues come in because person die, a man will not cry. It's normal, it's good. But if you look at the real deep psychological reason, is because a man is looked upon as a pillar, a source of strength. If you cry outside, what about the people who are looking up to you as a leader? Yes. Yes. But you see, those days are gone. A man go cry for inside. They come outside, they pretend like saying nothing. It kills people. I will cry outside, but it does not take me away from my responsibility. To hold the people to give them strength and say what is I say, if you give your voice away, you become powerless.
You become powerless.
It takes nothing out of you to express yourself as a man, but you have to do it with wisdom and maturity.
So forgiveness is a process, and it's obviously not something that you do alone. You need support to be able to do that.
Scripture tells you, forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Who forgives first?
Good.
It is there. If you don't forgive, how would you know what forgiveness is?
How would you know? Yeah.
How would you cannot give what you don't have.
What you don't have.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we receive it to give it. Yeah. 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 Okay. So there are two questions in the chat that tie neatly into some of the questions that we had for you, but we'll just also just take those questions. One of it is how okay, someone is just saying, well done, Dr. Z. It takes a lot of courage to come out like this, and I pray for you complete healing. But how does one's immediate family help in the healing process? That's one question. We have another question that asks that how has your experience impacted the person said romantic life, but it's like your relationship with your family. How does it affect your relationship? How did it affect your relationship in marriage and other aspects of your family life? Yeah.
Yeah, this is a very good question and very critical. It's very critical. Let me come close to the camera. These innate issues, right? You don't know that it is there. You're conditioned to say a woman's position is in the kitchen. A woman must hear, she must whatever. I understand. That's standard. But if the woman refuses, you go force her. If the man refuses, you go force her. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? If
Yeah.
you force the woman, you go put pepper. Me, I know the chop pepper. My wife give me pepper, I die. or when I call my friends, hey, my wife is a good cook and everything. Just did there and say, she put plenty salt because we call her in the morning. My responsibility is to, when I taste it, babe, this food is good. You put the right amount of salt, but I don't know if my friends can handle this. Gentlemen or ladies, please.
Dr. Z is frozen. Hello, if you can hear me, please put in the chat, I hear you, so we know where the issue is from. Okay, so it's from Dr. Z. Yes. Yes, thank you. It's from Dr. Z's side. We live in Africa, so.
I'm back. So
Okay, you're back.
I'm back.
Yes, I was just explaining that we live in Africa, so our technology dips once in a while, and it's okay.
That's understandable, but you see, Africa, we've always had technology that does not need NEPA. If I want to Google
Please,
you
can you
now,
spotlight him back? So yes, somebody
spotlight me.
see culture. Yes, thank you. I can't see you for some.
Oh, you can't see me. Okay.
Yes, but we can hear you now.
Okay. So, when you look at those issues, you'll find out that we still go back to the issue of is learned. And at the end of the day, it comes to you. A male man and a female man is the same thing. Look at the simple equation. Man over woman. If you cross MAN and you cross the MAN in man is one, Nabi, and the MAN in woman, remove it. What is there? Womb. Put equal to WO. Then if you say, okay, let's talk about male and female. FEMALE is female, Abi. You cross it, simple arithmetic, division. Then you put MALE. Remove the MALE. What do you have? Female. The FE, but that means if a man crosses a woman, the woman is a man with a womb. But if they cross themselves, male and female cross themselves, they form a fetus. And the same goes back to the same man, whether male or female. They are looking at X and Y chromosomes. The air you breathe in, there's no difference. So we begin to look at those issues. These are deep traditional issues, not Western constructs. These are deep traditional issues. We begin to look at it like that. That works. Have we not had Amazons, African women, who, like the Borgu women in Nigeria or the Amazons of Brazil, and these people from Benin? Warriors, they take charge. Anytime there's going to be a change in any situation, in any civilization, who comes out first when they're tired? Maybe woman. Men like us will scurry and go inside under the bridge and say, we don't want that. So the second question now is, just trying to remember and answer that question. It's an individual. Yes,
So
please.
the first is, how can family members help in the healing process?
Family members right now have a challenge because they don't know. That's why I was giving this analogy of male and female or woman and woman. They don't know. We go back to the ignorance, culture, and tradition. And the major proponents of that is the same woman like you and like you. I'm not a woman, you. Now, so we did one. Yeah. Who is the first teacher of a child, male or female? Answer me, who is the first teacher?
Okay,
Nobody
audience,
mama.
who is the first teacher?
Now the mama.
You say we
first-
should not be conditioning now, so we are trying to not be conditioned.
No, I'm being natural here.
Okay.
The first language. Well,
Yes, so the audience say mother. Yes, the mother is the first. The audience are answering.
She now begins to teach the husband, if he has time, to say, now so he knows this is what he wants or he doesn't want. You see, that umbilical cord can never be cut. It can never ever, whether physical or spiritual, it can never be cut. So, okay, the mother is the first teacher. Then the mother, because it says your desire shall be blah, 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 shall be for the man and all that stuff. It's normal, it's a partnership. But the condition, the tradition is a continuous. Now so we they do and now so we they do. The mother now transports the same thing to the child. And that child grows up, whether male or female. Those set learned behaviors continue to be perpetuated. And then dialectically, that is, it continues to be mutated and continue. And you see this internet, what they do now, it changes issues because we're not able to dilute or synthesize the various cultures that we're exposed to. We are exposed to too much information. So it's a very difficult thing. I cannot give you a solution to this matter. All I can tell you is, to yourself, be true. But the main issue is because our family members do not know. That is where the ignorance comes in. And that ignorance comes in because we are reliant on culture. And when we are reliant on culture, the expression of culture to be able to give ourselves some sense of security makes it that we have to say, now so they do, and which is tradition. But is it safe? Is it okay? In these times that we are in, who help? I don't know how many of us can speak even our language now. Because we help. We have suspended ourselves and come into the Internet of Things. And the Internet of Things is now our teacher. Let me not go too deep. Next question. Maybe we'll do another 1 or 2 iPods on this issue.
Yes, I think
podcast.
that we'll do. Well, I think some of the questions that we're receiving, we'll do like a separate session just to answer, because the questions will not be able to take them in the remaining time
Yes, ma'am.
that we have.
Oh,
So one of the other questions is, if someone discloses abuse to you, what are the first words that you would say to the person? And what should people avoid saying to people who, have suffered from childhood abuse? Because that's one of the reasons why people are not talking also, because people don't say the right things to people.
Well, earlier at the beginning of this meeting, I mentioned the issues of reporting that you have been abused, whether male or female. We are conditioned to be afraid. If you are a female, you are conditioned not to disclose that because they tell you, they don't use you. You know, go get husband, which is the mother's fear. Even though she has pain inside her, she can't express it. The father loves his daughter, of course, but society conditions him into the fact that let it not be heard. My family, my family, somebody raped me. Is it the fault of the person? And then the reporting mechanism now comes in and say, how do they report? Say, shh, shh, shh. The mother will say, shh, shh, shh. The mother and the father may know, they may not know. Right? They may and they may not know. So we need to begin to create safe spaces. That's why this Internet of Things is also good. We have radio programs and all that stuff. Like your podcast, for example, you have to create a safe space. Like these SMSs and all that. The fact every human being, in fact, everything that God has created must express itself, himself, or herself. God created the sun. The sun must express itself by shining. The sun must rest by going down, and the moon must express itself by shining. By you, you get my point.
Yeah.
So even if you plant a seed, it says seed time and harvest time. If you plant beans, after a few days, it must come out. That's expression. So every human being needs to hear, to be heard. Okay, what are the mechanisms? You see, God is a God of systems. We don't see issues of systems. So what is the redress mechanism which is based on a system? You go, you brought your mother said, whatever it is, if maybe by luck or chance, everybody here say, they cry when the thing was going on. Yeah. You go to your father will say, let's go to police and go and report. The father is going to the police station to report, not because he's concerned about his daughter. He's concerned about the family pride, and he's concerned to make sure that the person who committed the rape against his daughter marries her. Am I saying something? That's the only reason he will go there. And that one goes under customary law, traditional law. But you go to the police station, the man will look, the policeman is not trained. We've done a lot of work on that aspect later. They're beginning to become wiser because we now have gender desks across all the legal redress points, right? It takes time. But these are some of the issues that we're talking about. And then the first thing I will say now to answer, oh my goodness, how are you? That's what we train them to. How are you? Hey, I'm so sorry this has happened to you. How do you feel? Are you bruised? Okay, can we go to the hospital, or what do you want to do? Because even in the hospital, they are not normally trained to handle the psychological aspects. It may have changed now, but they are trained to handle the physiological aspects, the physical, if there's a bruise or whatever, they treat. That's all. But there's no medicine that you take. A doctor will tell you, I'm going to give you malaria treatment for this. You have malaria, but if you take this, you should be okay. He's talking to your, because at the end of the day, if your body no read that malaria medicine, your body goes scratch. I remember we used to take a Resocin. Oh my goodness, or chloroquine. Oh, you must actually, but you understand. But some people are resistant to it, and it has nothing to do with them. So it's the same thing. So the first thing you have to do is empathize with the person. Why do I say empathize with the person? It is not rocket science. A little child, the mother of the father, waiting to you. He said, I fall down, I kick my leg. Oh, Jide push me. Say, oh, sorry. Jide, why did you see? Oh, sorry. The child starts to stop crying, right? Okay, bring this thing. You are pacifying that child. Why can we not transfer that the same thing to physical, gender-based violence and all that? Gender-based violence happens to men and women. It happens to other. It's just that we've made so much noise that it happens to women, but men suffer it a lot. And me, if it is not the grace of God, I would have carried out I did without knowing the trauma that I went through as a child, right? And transfer that aggression to my wife and my children without knowing, and my siblings. I gave you an example of what happened today. My friend, is a senior friend to mine. If you see the way I spark, I abuse him. So that's oh boy, where did it cause
Where
this
did
one?
it come from?
Yeah, you see, we are human. So these are issues. You must first of all empathize with the person who is bringing the report or the case up, because sometimes again it might be fake, oh. But out of 100, that fake may just be 2 or 3. Oh.
Yeah,
Of course, let's not go
very,
deeper into it.
yeah,
You understand.
yeah,
But
very true.
the key thing is the victim that is alleging should not be made to prove that this assault has happened. The victim that is alleging should first of all be managed to be able to begin to have a sense of worth and a sense of dignity before you go to the alleged perpetrator. That is why I remember when Oshiba, the Fashola, was whoever was, Tinubu was governor of the Lagos State, and Oshiba was Attorney General. I remember leading a team from Advocates Sans Frontières, an international legal team. We helped them, convince them to be able to change the practice direction. In law, I'm not a lawyer, but there's what is called the mens rea. That is the onus of proof. He who asserts must prove. So if I've been raped, I go to the police station, I've been raped, the policeman is trained to say, who raped you, how you doing, and all that. No, you get killing. Now the mens rea, particularly for issues of rape, gender-based violence, changed in Lagos, and now it is being accepted as a global standard and as a national standard, whereby you say, okay, the victim has said this, though you that is being accused, prove it. You see, the mens rea has changed, and that alone is therapeutic to whoever is.
Therapeutic.
Yeah, you understand? Say, at least somebody is listening to me. Okay, I say they raped me. So the rapist or the alleged rapist or whoever their accomplices are now, it is on them to say, okay, I did not rape, prove it. Are you understanding? Because before we had been conditioned to say, I rape you, you not go fit talk. That is my case, boss.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yes.
You said so many things, but our time is so exhausted.
Yeah.
I'll just summarize, for like what you said. One, it's not your fault that that thing happened to you. Get help. It's the same thing as the physical wound. Emotional wounds are wounds and they need
Yes,
to be attended to,
Yes,
and this is why, like, even if after treating the body, make sure that you treat the emotional, yes, you treat the psychology, treat the emotions. And, this is where the mental health professionals come in to help us in this time. And we are, don't die in that thing that happened to you. Seek for help. Like Dr. Z said, family can help by being there, be a support system like his brother was, allow the people to express. Your partner may be going through this, and after this call, you may just want to sit down and have a conversation. No judgment. Dr. Z asked us about creating a safe space for this particular conversation. We have a WhatsApp platform where people can converse, but also specifically for this, if you would like to be a part of that safe space to have some of these conversations, please reach out to us on our Instagram handle and just DM us, and we will, when we have a quorum, we will create that safe space to have those conversations. And if you need any form of help, DM us and we will direct you to where help is. And anyone who would like to reach Dr. Z, can we say they can reach us and we'll reach you?
That's the way. That's the best channel.
Okay, so anyone who would like to reach him, please reach us and we will reach you. We have so many more questions. Like I said, we just have to find a way to do a follow-on session. But one question that we would like to take, we had it on our list for you, but someone asked it in the chat, and we'll take it the way the person has asked. Frequently, when people are going through this, they ask, where is God? why is God allowing me to go through all this? So for you, where was God for you in all these things? How did this affect or enhance your relationship with God?
God was always there. He was always there, but I did not know he was there.
How did you find him in the midst?
I found him in the midst of, see, we are created in his image, male and female, he created them. And I found him in the midst of experiencing a personal relationship with whoever my creator is that I see. I'm a Christian, right? And so from my own Christian point of view, it's difficult to be a Christian and it's easy to be a Christian. I'm telling you, it's easy to be a Muslim and it's difficult to be a Muslim. If you're an animist or whatever faith you listen, the bottom line is, you see, religion is a creation of man seeking a supreme being or an answer. So how was I able to, where was God in this matter? I asked, low power mode. I asked God, I said, where were you? I still asking, where were you?
You asked the questions.
Yeah, I asked him, I said, where were you? And God is my father. He will answer me. Sometimes he doesn't answer. He just keeps quiet and looks at you. You know, sometimes you say, I want, can you imagine a 6-year-old asking for a Lamborghini? Are you understanding the asking for Lamborghini? Can God give the child, can the father or parent, maybe, maybe not. But me, God, give me Lamborghini. I know God can give me Lamborghini now. But as at that time, do I need a Lamborghini? I could need a keke na pepo. Or he will give me bathroom slipper and say, waka, from here to Jabi. I waka. You see, it's your mindset. Where was God there? And that is a very genuine question and genuine ask.
Yeah.
Anytime you ask, you cry, it does not have to do with God. Anytime you cry, you feel a pain in your heart and you are able to cry. Your mind, your mentality is seeking for something, for redress or justice. Without knowing it, you are talking to God.
Talking to God.
Yeah, without knowing you. I say, oh God, where you did? There was one video I saw recently, yesterday or so, about one young man who gave one young boy who was carrying trash. And before he knew, I said the boy was a tiler. The boy was a tiler. At the end of the day, he bought him this tiling machine and everything. The boy never said much. All the boy was, I don't know if the boy is a Christian or not, but you see that, na prayer. Na prayer. Ew. Just love yourself first and then love your neighbor. God is in every individual, every human being, because you don't know. Sometimes you're thirsty. Sometimes you're walking, you walk. People abuse you. They say, who is this beggar and all that? Not today. But there's one person that say, corn chop. That corn chop is that's all. I cannot answer this question in that form. I'm talking from my own experience.
Yes.
Find God for yourself. If God no answer you, go back to him. Say, God, you must answer me. All trunks are busy. I'm calling you on the phone now. If you can trust MTN, Glo, and Airtel, the thing goes, the number you're trying cannot be reached. You keep trying because of network issue. Eventually, you get the person. Why can you not do it to God? These are contraptions of man. Look for God. Call God. God has a number.
God has a number.
God has a number.
God has
Find
a
that number.
Call on God.
I don't want to go into it. I can tell you the number, but I don't want to go to because we are. But God has a number, and that number is in your tears. That number is in your questions. That number is in your pain. That number is in your joy. That number is in when you give, when you help somebody, and you see the joy and the laughter. The person tells you, "Thank you." That's God. God is even in the person that says, "Get out, my friend, idiot, abuses you." God is there.
God can see.
Because
Okay.
out of a mess, you get a message. I don't want to go deeper.
Oh, Dr. Z, the
Don't call me
questions are
doctor. My
a
name is
lot.
just Judy. It's well. You're giving me
So that
title.
I've told you, you can't run away from this. You
We dey
earned
fight.
it.
When we fight, those who are you
I'm
listening?
fighting on the screen.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the time is so far gone. We really have
Oh,
to. There's another very, very important question. Like I said, the questions are a lot.
I can see my friend Kenneth Anga, who I saw his message, love yourself and all that.
Love
Papi
yourself. Even
Kenton
on the plane,
from
they will
Ghana.
tell you to fix your oxygen mask first before you fix
Thank
even the one
you.
of your child and wife. There's a very important question. I think we should just take that, but we will not be able to take it deeply. We will put it in the next, the follow-on session. Is part of the one for parents and children. How does a parent heal who got to know that a child was
Call me, make
abused?
our capas. If it's me or if it's somebody else, I will still join.
Okay, we'll still join. Okay, yes, because now maybe we'll just do a forum because the question is so important. And I want us to just touch a bit about it as we close. We will still, please, the person who put this, we don't want to be calling out your name on social media. We will still go depth into this. And if you really also just want to connect with us differently, please reach out to us on our DM. How does a parent heal who got to know of her child's abuse much later in life? The pain is deep. You know.
I don't know how a parent will heal, because a parent is male and female. There's a mother, there's a father. And a parent is the brother and the sister of the person who has gone through this. And a parent is the relation. A parent is the person who actually perpetrates the act on that person. It's a tough question. Healing.
We can't brush this question. We have to take it in.
Yeah.
So
I
we
would
will
just
come back.
expose the many aspects of parent. Parent don't be only papa, mama. It's not. We should do another thing on this matter.
Yes,
I beg
we
you.
will. Someone is just pinging me by the side. Please, we need another round of this because we know it's a really deep conversation. But like Dr. Z said, God is not afraid of our questions. You know, we can start from there. Please don't let anyone take your voice. Your pain is valid. You know, I was looking at that scripture earlier in the day where the Bible says that he binds up our wounds. And I could just picture the big hands of God reaching out to the wounds, you know, binding the wounds because he cares, just like you said, deeply for us.
Now that you've mentioned scripture, God's phone number is Jeremiah 33 verse 3.
Okay.
God's
Thank
scripture.
you. Call on me.
I don't know what it means. Call him. It's not Glow, it's not
The
Airtel or
phone,
whatever.
we will put that. We'll
Let
put
me
that
speak in three
God's.
languages. Poya, Kirashi, Jeremiah 33
Put
verse
that
3
God's
says,
phone number on
you
our
don't have
web.
to bend down and say, hey God, this is your child, Jide or Zubero. See, that's why you say, see, God, I'm angry with you. He's your father.
He's not afraid.
Yes, he's your father. Say, God, you did blah, 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 blah. He's your father. Sometimes he will answer you, sometimes he just keep quiet and be smiling. But you see, you have called him. You have called him. Jeremiah 33 verse 3. Hey, Ubangiji, kaina kenema. Yeah, why would you be God, why are you? I'm sorry. Let's go on. But the number, God's phone number is Jeremiah 33 verse 3.
Thank you so much, Dr. Z. We just have to stop here. We will come again with another round. Please, if you're on our social media handles, watch out. We haven't scratched the surface of this conversation on healing what is hidden. Like I said, it's a series that we're doing, and we will send out more information about the follow-on sessions and how to connect with us. For those who are on WhatsApp, you'll see the team already dropping some of the ways to connect with us. We're on Instagram, we're on YouTube, and please reach out to us. Thank you so much for doing this. Once again, thank you. We count your time, your tears as really precious things, you know, that we put in one of our very special bottles. Thank you so much for lending your voice so that fathers can heal, so that boys can speak up, so that families can heal, so that marriages can understand that the issue you may be suffering may be because there is a hidden wound in your home. There's a hidden wound around your family. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you for
Have a
having me.
lovely rest of your weekend. Yes, I was meant to speak with a psychiatrist this month. There's just lots of things, we can't take them. Thank you so much, everyone. We will reach out to you again to make sure that we can, you know, continue this conversation. Somebody's just giving, I have to read this to you. He said, this has been more effective and more therapeutic than talking to his psychiatrist. So thank you so much. You see, so many people are already getting healing. Thank you, Dr. Z. Have a fantastic weekend. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Have a lovely rest of your weekend. Bye.